Today's insight is going to be about the way to heal from a trauma. Okay? And the only way you can truly heal from a trauma is if you want to heal from a trauma. Because if you want to heal fully from a trauma, you will find a way. Have you ever heard the saying, where there's a will, there is a way? Absolutely. If you are convinced that you can heal from a trauma, that doctors, people who studied for years tell you it's going to be very difficult to heal from, if you believe you can do it, you are going to do it. Okay? With the grace of God. But generally, these things, the reason why I say with the grace of God is because sometimes you will not think that you have enough force, energy, drive to actually get to your objective by yourself. So you pray to God, you ask for assistance, you do something, right? But there is a definite need to ask for help. And if you ask for help and if you ask for assistance, you will get it. You see? So, the only way, as I said, to really heal from a trauma is to know that you are supported and to know that whatever you need will be given in due time. Okay? And I can say this because I did this myself. It is only your steadfastness, your decision that you are going to get back from whatever happened to you. Okay, this is what happened. This is what I experienced, right? So after my trauma, once I woke up from my induced coma, after 85 and a half days, by the way, in 85 and a half days in a coma, when I woke up, I decided that that's it. There's no way I am going to stay in this state willingly, right? So I started slowly but surely working my way towards recovery. And initially, I'd given myself 5 years. It took me 7, but I did it. So what happens when you get closer and closer and closer to your initial due date and you're like, I'm nowhere near finishing this? And people around you don't necessarily support you or necessarily help you along your way, right? Now, why did I mention my accident, right? So after my accident, a lot of people were not expecting much of me because they themselves could not see how I could get better from being hit by a car and being in the state that I was in at the time, or getting better from that state. But because I was convinced I was going to make it happen, or it would because I was convinced that it would happen, and I didn't let it go until it did happen, it did happen. Okay? Now, it also helped that I had my family who was pushing me to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And I can tell you that if my family did not help me along the way, I would probably not be as well off as I am today. So, the first thing you need to do in a case where people don't believe that you can do it is find the right people who do. And surround yourself with them. Surround yourself with people who want to see you succeed, who believe in you, and who want to help you achieve your objective. Now, this does not only apply to recovering after an accident or recovering after operation or whatever. This also applies to any objective you have. You want to push away the people who don't believe in you, who don't believe in your project, who don't believe in what you can accomplish or that you can accomplish your objective, right? Now, it doesn't matter if it takes you a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, as long as you have the willingness to manifest it and the willingness to work towards it, you are not done. Okay? So what do? Well, as I mentioned, you ask for assistance from a higher power, and you ask for assistance from a higher power, and you work your butt off. You make it happen. There were so many people in history, okay, that we can turn to who have made their objective happen because they've worked on it. For example, okay, Thomas Edison, the inventor who created the incandescent light bulb. Did you know that he tried 10,000 times before actually succeeding? 10,000 times. Which means on the 9,999th time that he failed, he's like, instead of letting his arms down and be like, oh my God, this is it, he pushed one last time. And he achieved his objective because he continued to push. Imagine if mothers stopped pushing because they were tired and they did not actually bring their pregnancy to full completion, meaning giving birth. I mean, what will happen to the child? The child will stay in their stomach, continue growing. The problems that will arise are insane, okay? From a medical perspective and all that. But what is for sure, okay, is that when things start, you need to end them. Okay? You need to put an end date. Now, this is as much for me as it is for you guys. And it is not easy for me to actually, continue this because I have projects that I have put on the back burner that I would like to go back to, and that I have much hope for, and that soon I will have to end if nothing happens, but I won't know until I try, right? So basically what I'm getting at is it's over when you say it's over. It's not over when other people tell you it's over, because they might not see how you're going to do it. And generally, the reason why they tell you to stop is so that they don't see you in pain. So they don't see you suffer, right? Or what they perceive as you suffering. They don't want to see that. So they tell you to stop. But if the idea is still within you, that indicates that you are not done with it yet. And if you are not done with it yet, it's not done yet. At least it's not done for you. And so it is up to you to pick up your cross and to go up that mountain and to plant it where it will be shown to everybody. Because you are the individual that decides when things are done. Something's not done until you choose it's done. Or until the fat lady sings. But in the opera, that is. But But what I mean to say, until the closing of the curtains, nothing's over. So until you don't place something down and say, I'm done with it, it is not done. And even sometimes people will say, I'm done with it, and then come back to it. So putting things on pause might be something you use so that you can gain the force, the energy, the charisma, the whatever you need in order to complete the task at hand. Okay? Something is not done until you say it's done. Is there something that you are willing and wanting and aspiring to accomplish, and that you will not allow anyone else to tell you otherwise? So, is there a project that you want to work on that other people are telling you to let go of? Ponder that.